I wish you very much welcome this morning here in Amsterdam. Sorry for the delay in starting. We had some problems on the road, there were some problems on the rail, but we have almost everybody in now. And I'm glad you're there. You might have seen us before, Center of Expertise, Tourism, Leisure, Hospitality. What's that? It is an initiative of 3 universities of applied sciences, NHTV, HZ and Stenden, all around the country from Flushing to Leeuwarden. And it's supported by 3 university departments in Wageningen, Groningen and Tilburg. What does that mean? That we have a lot of knowledge combined there. But last but not least, definitely, I want to state that the initiative originally was initiated by 2 ministries, the one of Education and of Economic Affairs. And I'll come back to that later. My name is Hans Dominicus. I'm the director of Center of Expertise, of the network, more or less, of this knowledge combination. And I'm so glad that you're here because I know your time costs a lot of money, that the pressure on your agenda and on your diary is great. And I promise you that you will have an inspiring day today. Because we are together are now going to determine what we have to do in the next couple of years. And that is under pressure. We have to deliver at the 1st of October and we want to have our research agenda ready by then. But in a lot of cases, research agendas are made by the knowledge side on its own. But we realize that knowledge is not something which is owned by somebody. Knowledge is something everybody has, whether you're an entrepreneur, a scientist, from the public sector, everybody has knowledge and experience. And that we realize that if you want to find solutions for the future, that we have to bridge the gap and bring that together. Your experience is as much as valuable as that from the scientists. And that's what we want to do today. And you are in the front line at the moment. Because today, as I said, we're going to determine what we do. And being in the front line means also that you have the chance to put your points on the agenda and you can benefit as one of the first. So bear that in mind. The mission of the Center of Expertise is to create and disseminate expertise, as I said, leisure, tourism and hospitality, actually what they call in the Netherlands now the gastvrijheidssector, because we couldn't explain anymore what was leisure and what was tourism and what was hospitality. So this is the gastvrijheidssector. By the way, we want to be a top sector. That's what we think we are, but we still have to prove that. And there we want, as a Center of Expertise, as a driver for sustainable social and economic development for the Netherlands society, for the BV Nederland. That's what we want to deliver. That's nice in a business plan, but what does it mean? And in a lot of cases...
Just having somebody who can sit down and make sure you're taking the long-term view and remind you that your potential's super high, that's often super helpful.
I wonder, what is the best age you think to come up with a great, bright idea? Do you have to be like this age, like people who are in their 20s? Do they dare to dream most?
Most of the huge breakthrough ideas come from people in their 20s. Not exclusively, a few in their 30s. And you can still make huge contributions of organizing people and backing new ideas. But the wildest ideas are coming from the people who look at things with a completely fresh mind.
Yeah. What do you make of the CEO of Tesla, Mr. Musk? Is that somebody that you...
No, Elon's incredible. I mean, he runs Tesla, he runs...
That was a part of the interview in College Tour. But actually, that's just... I use this statement because in a lot of cases, what we see from the educational side is, oh yeah, but you use students. Yeah, you use students. No, we don't want you. And I want to state was this, that yes, you can use this creative power. You can use that. You can use that in your company. And we have just an example of what we did in the past. We just finished a project with OAD. the tour operator, the coach tour operator, and they built in a creative center in their company. They wanted that, and we brought students in, and they got bright ideas in a commodity market like coach travel. What can be new? What is the essence? What can be new products? Just to give you an example, if you bring both worlds together, you can have great ideas. What we did is, last year we did a quick stand with the industry, and we talked to people like one of the management team vice presidents of KLM. We talked to several of you here in this room, to entrepreneurs in Amsterdam, to municipalities, and as a check to say, well, what is coming up? Where do you find solutions, and where do you find them not? Where you have questions, because these questions we need. And based on that, we got 4 themes. And one is the new business models and value creation. I have to gain money in a different way, and we will see examples of that this morning. But how? What do I have to do? I know that what I'm doing is not in the right way. What is tomorrow's consumer? And that's the reason also why the whole theme of today is tomorrow is here right now. Because the world is going faster than ever. Sustainable development and entrepreneurship within hospitality. It's a bit too long to be a very short sentence. But sustainable is that I can have tourism in the future as well. That I can run my business as well. That I can be a sustainable, responsible entrepreneur. That my consumer sees me like that. New business models and value creation, and that are the 4 themes we have. Coming back to these centers of expertise, and this is the current situation with Center of Expertise. We have 2 types of these knowledge platforms, which are Center of Innovative Vakmanschap, CIVs, that's for the HBO sector, the middle range sector, and we have for the University of Applied Sciences, we have the Center of Expertise. And in the meanwhile, together there are 99 platforms, of which 64 are CIVs and 35 are Center of Expertise. And CELTH is the only one in our sector. A lot of them are linked to the top sectoren. We are one outside the top sectoren, and we are so glad because here we are considered to be a very important sector. But then we have to prove that we are mature. And the target which the ministries and the people who are actually the initiators in principle of this initiative of we should use the knowledge we have better and we should know the knowledge from both sides better, is CEOs stand in the heart of the society. That's where we're going. And if you're in a platform and everything comes together there, you have to be in the heart of society. We have to know what you are doing, you have to know what we are doing, so we bridge the gap. And we want to have a wider and optimal utilization of knowledge. A lot of things, and coming from the market sector, where I worked 40 years, now being in the educational sector, I see that there's a lot to gain, and a lot of the knowledge is not used on both sides. So in defining the targets together today, we are able to deliver for you. That was the introduction, and actually in the program was that the somebody from the ministry would be here, but unfortunately last night I got a phone call and said, well, sorry, I don't feel well, I cannot be here. That's a pity, so I'm now explaining what he wants to tell you. And definitely, as it looks now, the Center of Expertise will continue, will be a major factor in the coming years in knowledge development and experience development. I won't make it too long. You will see us on different stages on Center of Expertise. This is CELTH at work, where we have a task to fulfill. But you see us in feeding back what we do in different studies. And this is just a short view on what's coming up. Together with NRIT Media, who is our communication partner, we are setting up live sessions, a couple of them a year, which are small evening or breakfast sessions together with the industry, where we have just one topic. We feedback some of the results we have, and we brain what will be the next step. All to be constantly in touch with the market. If you want to know more, it's our website. This one is still in Dutch, it will be in English as well. And we have the website of NRIT Media, where you find a separate chapter, Center of Expertise, and there you find feedback on all the studies we do, reports. And in a short time, you will always also find new initiatives there. We say, well, hey, hang on, I want to be part of that. And you can apply for that.